Hey, this is the Route 10 coach, and we're dream chasing. Some people dream in color. Some people get to live their dream. And thank you to all the haters. We love you. You're the reason we get up in the morning and do this. Hefe, Coach Bald, you're the best.
We love
Happy
you.
Friday, boys. Happy Friday.
We made it. We made it, fellas. Week 0 in
TGIF.
college football. Let's go, boys.
Woo! Huge shout out. There it is. The Lakewood Spartans.
Let's
They
go,
start their
Lakewood.
they start their destiny tonight at Northeast High School.
Let's go.
Go Spartans.
Let's go, Alonzo. Alonzo's playing freedom over here in Tampa tonight. Big shout out to my cousin Cam. You gonna get in there tonight? Let's do it. Let's sling that ball around, boy. Let's go.
Go
Woo!
Friday Night Lights. Speaking of
Let's
Friday Night Lights, we had a little Thursday action yesterday. Can we get a score or anything? What do we got, Coach T?
Like 45-13. Playing a great
Ooh.
team. It's well coached and a great program. We had went. They had gone 2-3 against us over the last 3 years, and we were lucky enough to come out with the win. And now we start today to get ready for the Battle of Chester. Chester
Wow.
Bowl.
Absolutely.
So
One of the biggest rivals in the state of Virginia when you're talking about Thomas Dale versus Byrd. Big deal, big deal. And hey, yeah, that was a loaded James River squad. Highly recruited quarterback is what I've been hearing. So to start the season the way you guys did, man, that's good. Let's get some good mojo running and get it started that way. And yeah, man, huge battle of Chester there. Thomas Dale Byrd next week. Who's Thomas Dale got tonight, Coach?
They have Cosby High School, located west of the old Clover Hill, about maybe 10 miles before you get to Amelia, out there on 360. You haven't been out there in quite a few years, Coach Bald, but we used to go to some parties out there at Steve Myers' house and Mike Myers.
Big
the
shout
Chester
Myers
out, big
Boston,
shout.
boys.
Morning Jets. Hey, Hefe, the
Yeah,
Myers were so good at throwing parties. They took over their dad's business. Thank you to Plum Right and Air Right. And then they just bought the Great American Ranch. And they were so successful. Now they have two of them. It's like a party every weekend. I'm
Do you go
telling you,
over?
Coach
Do you go
Bald,
over there and lose your voice all the time, or what?
I used to.
yeah.
Man,
Remedy
go
for
ahead.
that, lemon
My
water.
great friend Nick Garrett was calling me. Nick Garrett, that coaches high school football in the great state of Georgia. He's a California guy. He was just calling me. I've been texting Coach McNally. I've been texting Coach Alex Mirabal and Coach Bill Best. And we want to make ISO great again. The
Oh
isolation
yeah.
play has been forgotten. And I asked the young coach, have you ever met anyone that likes to run ISO as much as me? And he said, nobody that's still living. I had, I think Mr. Big did a seance, and I was possessed by the spirit of Woody Hayes last night.
Yeah, I was watching your little highlight film. How many ISO plays did you guys score on last night? That kid number one, man, he's got some jets on him.
That kid number one, his grandpa's been coaching DBs here for 20 years at LC Bird. My first year coaching at Bird in 2000, his dad was our JV running back named Rashad Lewis. They called him Pooh. Now we got Jimmy Spade. Come on in here, Jimmy Spade. I got Coach Kyle Anderson, Coach Ball. Yeah. He wants to come in here and we're going to talk about the game.
Oh, I didn't hear that. That's what I'm trying to.
Oh, we won. What was the score? 45?
45-13.
Yeah. James River.
He lost his voice, won the way.
Now your mic sounds like
Robotic.
Yeah, like computer love. Computer love. I ain't got a voice, Jimmy.
Still
Yeah.
sounds like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
It sounds like
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Big.
I don't know then. Let me I'll come back.
Is it your headphones?
Probably.
I don't think you guys need headphones, man. Headphones, headsets, iPods.
I can't hear.
You can't hear.
Nah, I need the headphones.
I think you maybe need to come out, go out to the StreamYard and come back.
All right.
Did you do a yelling?
Yeah, reboot.
Huh?
Did you do some yelling?
Did I do some yelling?
Did you do some yelling?
Well, I am a descendant. I am a disciple of Matt Bland. And whenever you learn from him.
Did he throw his hat?
Did he throw his hat? No, he didn't throw his hat. He didn't throw a visor. He doesn't wear a visor anymore. He wears a backwards hat. Yes, he does. He wears a backwards hat. And he claims, how old is he? Let's see. He's 10 years. He's probably like 10 years older than me, so around 55, 54. But he claims that he looks younger than me. But I think he uses some good brown shoe polish. All right. It's okay, Jimmy, to have a little gray in your hair. It's a touch of gray. All right. The Grateful Dead, Jerry Garcia. Touch of gray.
Let me
What
ask
a
you
long
this, Coach.
trip it's been, Coach Bald. I saw that Doug Chapman sent a message out thanking everybody for his time at Marshall. So I guess Doug got a new job. Is there any word on where Doug is going next? Is he going to the NFL? What's going on?
Man, sky's the limit.
ESPN. What? We need to get Doug on. Coach Bald, we need to get Doug Chapman on Life Lessons.
That'd be legendary, man. Without a doubt. He's a big part of this, man. He's the guy that had the sack that caused the fumble that I happened to pick up versus Hopewell to start my high school football career. Got my first and only touchdown thanks to DC Doug Chapman.
You have a better memory than me.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, Coach. The real question.
He's the guy that had the bag. He's the guy that got the bag that got you back from Miami, Florida when you were stranded.
The question, Coach, how many personal fouls and how many penalties did we have? And, hey, is he in the chat room? Do you need to add him? Is he back yet?
Hold on, let me see. Yes, he is. We got both of our guys.
Okay, there we go.
Here we are here. We're all on here. We're like a big, happy family.
Woo! Do I sound better?
Man? South St. Petersburg in the house, man.
Yes, sir. What it do?
Where are you right now? Checking in, Totem Pole Nation. I got my man, Lidell Golden III, Lakewood, Grind University. Tell us where you're at right now, my man.
I'm currently right now in Rostock, Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first on Totem Pole Nation. We are
what time is it over there?
Worldwide.
It's 1:39 right now. So back in the States, it should be 7:39.
You got it. Way to do your math, man. That's how you land it right there, baby.
Yeah.
That's Lakewood education, dog. Woo!
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, you know.
Man, I was surprised when I went to Lakewood. Man, that's like the rich school, man. I saw the quarterback up there from UVA. That guy, they said flew in a Learjet. He flew in a Learjet on his official visit. The UVA quarterback.
That was way after us. But.
That's where Coach Bald lives. That's where Coach Bald lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When Lidell was there, it was prison style workouts at best. They didn't have the beautiful gym that they have now. He's one of those guys that helped build what they have right now. But yeah, Lidell, man, tell us about if you could, man, jump in. Tell us about your upbringing and getting into Lakewood and just how dominating those teams were. I mean, this guy right here played with the Griffin twins. He played with Isaiah Wynn, Rodney Adams, Valdez Scantlin, A.D. Palmore, who's doing mixed martial arts now, man. He was one of those guys that was all in the mix. So tell us about that and what that all has done for your career and what you got going on, my man.
Whew, it's a lot to talk about. Coming in, all of us coming in as a freshman, we just pretty much start rocking out together. I'm gonna tell you this one story. We had to do up downs in the wrestling room. We did at least probably 1,500 up downs.
Yes.
We did
Great job.
1,500. Kids nowadays, they are so lucky that they don't have to do that anymore. Cause boy, that was tough. But after that day, we just was locked in from day one. We just rocked out. Freshman year, I was at Lakewood. Then I transferred to Osceola my sophomore and junior year. Then I came back to Lakewood my senior year, and I wish I stayed at Lakewood all 4 years. But things happen or whatnot. But it's just a blessing to play with those guys and still communicate and still talk with those guys due to like how we was practicing and came together back in the day. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Man,
once you have that
without a
camaraderie with
doubt.
your team, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
If I could share a story, I remember there was a game, and I mean, life is about competition. Competition brings out the best of us. But we had a game, and I believe you had fumbled a punt or something like that. And man, let me tell you what, Coach, everybody was in his face. I mean, it was almost like fistfights going on the sideline. And I
It was
swear,
almost like a LC Bird sideline.
yeah, it's exactly what it was. And everybody was all over
Yeah.
him. And it was just, I hated to see it. And he was such a competitor and such a
Mhm.
great player in that amazing secondary that we had. And I remember going over to him and pulling him aside. And I just coached the offensive line at that point. I was not on the defense one bit, but we had something special with our offensive line. And he knew me as a guy that would just yell at everybody. I didn't discriminate. I'd yell at everybody, but I did. I had to pull him aside and I whispered in his ear, "Do not worry about that. You are going to make a big play." And he made a play that won that sealed the game for us. And I just wanted to ask you, do you remember that game and that play?
I want to say it was against Blake. It was against Blake. I went for the punt, and I just
Yeah,
got smacked, bam, and I was just dazed out of it or whatnot. And like he said, you came to talk to me and whatnot. I was beat myself up, because it was like a close game or whatnot. And then we got back in and sealed the game. So
absolutely. I'll never forget that, man. Everybody was down on you, and I had to lift you up, and then to see you make that play at the end,
yeah.
it just meant everything. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do, man. You have ups and downs and stuff like that. Tell us what's going on with you right now, man. Like, what is the league you're in? To me, watching your highlights, man, you just multi-dimensional. Like, get the ball in his hand. You're like a swim army knife out there, man.
Yeah, and my body is dead. I've been playing football since last September. So right now I'm currently playing in the GFL two league, which is in Germany. It's pretty cool. I think we have 10 teams in the south and 10 teams down in the north. So it got the GFL one, the GFL two, and the GFL three. I think it go all the way down to GFL six. So I'm more of the up on the uppity side of whatnot. But it's pretty cool. I came in, they want me to be like a fill in for an outside linebacker. Then they figure out exactly what I can do. And it just started going from there. Started playing defense, started doing kick return, punt return. Then I started doing offense, scored my first touchdown 2 weeks ago on offense.
Nice.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Do you know a guy named Tevin Hanley? Tevin Hanley is an American. He's from Richmond, Virginia. He coaches over there in Germany. And Ray Shard Ashby's a linebacker from Virginia Tech. I think he plays in Germany. You know those two guys? You heard of their names?
You was breaking up a little bit. My bad. I'm sorry. What you said?
Tevin Hanley. I think he coaches the linebackers in Georgia, in Germany, not Georgia. I don't even know where Germany is.
You know,
Ray Shard Ashby's the linebacker from Virginia Tech. I think he plays in Germany. Are you
yeah.
familiar with those two names?
I don't think so. No.
Hey,
Nah.
I don't even know how big Germany is. I know
Oh, it's pretty big.
enemy?
It's
Are they
big.
our enemy or are they our friend now?
They should be our friend. They love us.
Okay,
They love
good.
American
I like
football.
it.
So I hope so.
If they're not, they're in
Even
trouble.
in Germany.
Coach Bald is running for president in 2024. Were you aware of this?
No, I was not aware.
Coach Bald, Commander in Chief, baby. Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
okay.
The Bald
Worldwide.
Coach.
Okay.
I think if I could get Coach Moore to run for St. Pete mayor, that'd be the first person I think that could definitely lock in,
Yeah.
the St. Pete section for us. Tell us about tell us about being coached by Coach Moore and what kind of influence that he's had on your career, if you could.
He had a big influence on me and the whole squad. He was just all textbook. Everything had to be a certain way. Dressing out like lifting weights, white t-shirts, black shorts. Everything has to be tucked in. I think he also said black socks as well, but I know for sure white t-shirt, black shorts, and in the summer we just grinded out 2-a-days. I don't think they do 2-a-days anymore, but the summer back then is just crazy. Elbows and toes, pushing 2x4s, that's just workouts. Um, it was just unbelievable on things that he showed us, taught us, and how we just became as one. Senior year, I wish we would have pulled it off, man, but it still sit heavy on my heart to this day. To this day.
Amen, man. That Robinson team, I think they was just our kryptonite. If we could have played anybody but those guys, I think Sky would definitely have been the limit. But let me ask you this, man. I mean, the last time I saw you, we were at a book signing for Shaquem and Shaquille.
Barnes and
Remember
Noble,
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this, man. At the time I saw you, you didn't look like you were exactly in football shape. Did something happen? Let me hear about that.
No, I wasn't playing football. I wasn't doing anything. I was going to school. I want to say I was at SEU. I went out to do football, but I was like, then I started doing track at SEU. So I started doing track. I wasn't eligible to run track due to how many semesters that I already took or whatnot. So I started helping the coach out there or whatnot. Then know about the book signing, went there, chaperone there or whatnot. But yeah, I didn't play football since about 2013, like my senior year of high school. That's pretty much it. I mean, I did football at JUCO, at Garden Community College, but I never made the team because I was always the 21st person. So they had the rule of you have to be only 20 out-of-staters can play or whatnot. I always made that 21st person my freshman and sophomore year. But I was there with some dogs. Like, for example, I was actually there with Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
I hated. Don't clap. I hated guarding him in practice, man. He was too fast.
I don't blame you.
He was too fast. He was way too fast, man. I just hated it. But it was just a good experience in knowing who he is and what he was about or whatnot. Pretty cool dude. Real cool. Definitely cool dude.
And let me tell you this, guys. When he says guys are fast, he's talking about guys like the Griffin.
Oh yeah.
He's talking about what is the guy's name at Gibbs?
Trayvon Bromell.
What is his last name?
Trayvon Bromell.
Yeah, world class speed. If he says a guy is fast, And he's fast. That's like you,
Mhm.
coach, saying this team gets a lot of penalties. Like there's a lot of merit when you say that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when
I,
did you like the name of this podcast is Dream Chasing, man? When did you decide to start chasing that dream again? What was your motivation?
My motivation was like I want to say my girls. 'Cause I have two daughters. I want to say there was my motivation, but then again, it was just like me just sitting and just like finding myself and connecting with myself spiritually. Once I did that, I just knew that I wanted to just like play football again. So by me playing flag football was all cool. Then I started playing contact flag. I'm like, yo, I think I want to start back playing football again. And one day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to find a semi-pro team and just go for it. Just go all out, do what I need to do, try to go chase my dream to play overseas or whatnot, and see how it goes. And I just started playing like last year. So last year in September I started. So I was out of football for about 8, 9 years or whatnot. Came in and did my thing. You know, what
Wow.
made the All-Star team in the EAFL, the league I was playing in, had I think 10, 11 interceptions, 5, 6 pass breakups, 30, 40 tackles, playing safety. I usually play corner, but I played safety, and we always played one high safety, never played too high. So I was crossing field like crazy. And yeah, now I'm here in Rostock.
Wow. How did you end up getting to Germany?
Um, my we have a trainer in St. Pete, Coach Art. A lot of people know who Coach Art is. He posted. I was working at Delta Airlines, and I was just getting off work, and he posted like, "Hey, this team is hosting a trial at Jefferson High School in Tampa." So I was
Hmm.
like, "Okay, let me. Do I want to do it? Do I don't want to do it?" Some just told me just run home, get your stuff, go out there. Like, all right, bet. So it took me 30 minutes to go home and come back to Jefferson. Cause I live in Lando Lakes. So the Tampa airport and Lando Lakes is probably about 15, 20 minutes apart. So that's 40 minutes just driving regular. I made it back in 30. So I was hauling tail.
Hmm.
So I met with the coach and everything like that. Art was out there and they already started stretching. So I stretched a little bit or whatnot. So it was time for us to run a 40. I'm like, I'm kind of tight. I don't think I'm gonna do so good. So I got online, go, instantly ran a 4.3, 4.39.
Wow. That's quick.
I couldn't believe I ran a 4.39. I was just like, something ain't right. So I ran it again. I went I think 4.42 or something like that. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, it's that time. So yeah, but we started doing the L drills, did pretty good in that. Then we did one-on-ones. They're really good in that. And coach instantly got my information and whatnot and stayed in contact with me till like maybe June-ish when he said they starting to have a lot of injuries and whatnot and they need like some imports or whatever. So I talked to my lady, sat down with her like, hey, I'm going to Germany. So you have to go ahead and figure out what you want to do or whatnot. But at the end of the day, I'm going. So we need to figure out who gonna help you watch the girls and everything like that when I go. So we figure all of that out, and then boom, told coach, hey, I'm ready to go. So July 11th is when I landed here. So yeah.
Wow. That's a process. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
How is
kudos
the
to her,
talent?
man.
How is the talent compared to here versus there? Are you playing German kids or German men? Or are you playing people from all over?
I would say people from all over, but mainly Germans. They are pretty good, interesting. Some are young, but like I said, you got like a couple different leagues or whatnot. Cause you got the GFL one, those like almost the top of the notch of Germans. Then you got this
Hmm.
league, I think is ELF, the European Football League. That's the top notch league that everybody really want to play in and go in and everything like that. So I think
That's the
they're
NFL over there.
exactly. That's the league I'm trying to get in. So
Uh-huh.
but yeah, that's the top of the notch league right there.
So American football is pretty big over there then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
Majority,
cool.
majority, all Germans' favorite football team is Seattle Seahawks. They love Seattle.
why?
Is that why,
Is it because of Pete Carroll, or is it because like
is that why we went over there
Seattle's
and
like
beat their
on
butts
their
last year?
I don't know. I don't know. They love Seattle over here. They love them.
That's crazy. I would. That's so much further away from them too. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Coach Taylor, I know you got some good questions, man. Let's hear them.
Well, like, are your coaches American or are they Germans?
Germans, but they can speak English pretty well.
Oh, they can. So
They
what do you
can.
play, like inside corner? Are you like a
Eh,
nickel?
listen, I play everything, literally everything. The only thing I'm not on is on field goal. Other than that, I'm always on the field.
Wow. So you play both
Wow.
ways.
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife, man.
So now,
Travis Hunter.
What's the
so
roster size over there?
um, I think my squad is probably 40,
Okay.
about a good 40.
Wow. So
Cause
there's enough guys where you don't have to play both ways. You're just so damn good that they make you play both ways. That's what you're saying.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
He's from St. Petersburg.
Outside St. Pete, baby.
There's definitely some pretty good guys on the team, most definitely. But so there it's this rule. So only 2 Americans can be on a field at one time. But since
We
I
need to
didn't
go
play
over there and take over Germany. What is going on?
right.
Only
But
allowed
since
2 of them. They're not trying to win.
so since I didn't play college ball, I'm considered a non import, American import. So I can be on the field at any time with 2 Americans on the
Nice.
field. So that's a
Dude,
So you're
big
like a
plus
cheat
on my
code.
end. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
got some guys that never played college football either that should have made it to the NFL, dude. There's more guys out there that, I mean, Coach Holt is an old coach with me at Virginia Union University. He said, Troy, you could go to every Walmart in America and pick out a team that could win an NFL playoff game.
Yep.
You could just pick guys that work at Walmart. Like, there's so many guys that didn't go to college for whatever reason, didn't get the shot, grades, got in trouble, whatever. But, dude, I would be loading up. If I was coaching in Germany, I'd have a whole entire team from St. Petersburg that didn't go to college. And I'd win the championship. Just give me the lake. My brother went and watched y'all play in the playoffs when y'all
He
lost.
was there at that Robinson game.
And my brother said, well, you know how we got one peewee? We had a peewee. We had a kid who was like a 4.4. He was like, well, they got 10 peewees. That was what he explained. And I was like, okay. And then I went to Virginia Union and I got to coach some guys from Fort Lauderdale, like guys from Boyd Anderson, guys from I coached the guy from St. Thomas Aquinas, Dillard High School, Deerfield Beach, Boynton, and it's just different. We got a team from Richmond, Highland Springs. They're from the Richmond airport area. They're going down to play Miramar. So it's Richmond, Virginia versus Miramar. Highland Springs won 5 state championships in 7 years. The coach from Highland Springs is from Miramar, went to Miramar, and they're playing at Miramar tonight.
Wow.
Are you going to make a prediction? Virginia versus Florida.
Florida, baby.
I'm taking Florida all day.
You're rolling with the home team.
Hey,
all right, I'm rolling with the home team in Virginia because the coach is my friend. But, man, Florida, I love you. I love you like I love Ohio. I love you like I love Texas. I love you like I love South Carolina and Georgia because you're football and you're all football all the time. Thank you. That's woo. I'm ready.
You fired up, coach? You ready to go out there and yell some more? Damn.
Yeah.
His voice is
My
back.
dad was a drill sergeant. My voice starts to sound better when I yell.
Yeah, I can hear you working the cords back out here. You're stretching them back out, you know?
What's next, man? When's y'all's next game? How can we watch you play?
Next game is Sunday. I forgot the name of the link itself, but I'm gonna post it on my Facebook and my Instagram and everything as well. So I'll send it to Coach so he can send it to you guys so y'all could probably watch. But my next game is Sunday. Is on Sunday.
Nice.
Where can people find you and follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, the _15, Facebook, Lidell going in the third. I'll be on TikTok sometimes, but it's Lidell Golden, my first and last name. I don't really use Twitter as much, so it don't really matter about that one. But yeah, and I have my YouTube, the Go to Child Adventures as well. So I may be posting a video maybe tomorrow or Monday. So I got to get everything situated. Once I do all of that, I can send that to you guys as well.
Heck yeah, brother. Can we get a story about it? Could be practice, it could be anything, but let me get a Valdez Scantlin story. You and Valdez, let's hear one.
Whew. It wasn't me, but I remember it was one practice. Oh man, when was this? It was one practice. I think he must have ran a slant or something. Either I forgot who hit him, but I think he had got hit pretty hard or whatnot. And that story been talked about to this day. It was just crazy. But like I said, because I was out of Lakewood my sophomore and junior year,
Right.
so not really much of a story that I got with Valdez, honestly.
Okay. It seemed like you had to line up on him or Rodney pretty much, in
Yeah,
practice
Rodney.
every day. So
Yeah, definitely
uh,
Rodney. Rodney
there was
done
some.
burnt. He done toast me a couple times or whatnot, but it happens. It happens. I let him down a couple times too. But
Well, how much faster was he than you if you're running a 4.3?
well, that's another thing. I'm a lot faster now than I was in high school,
Okay.
Wow.
which is crazy. I don't
Yeah.
understand it or get it, but yeah, I'm a
The
lot
man
I can
faster.
tell
hustle's
you,
on, bro.
I can tell you why. Because you don't peak out in speed until your late 20s, almost 30 years old. The
That too.
fastest people in the world are like 29. The
Hmm.
strongest people in the world are like 39.
Yeah.
Like you don't peak out in strength until you're almost 40. You don't peak out
Hmm.
in speed until about 30. So kids who claim to run 4.3s at 17 years old, like no way. Like you're winning the state championship, dude. You're
Hmm.
hitting Tyreek Hill times. Like
Now
10.
because I'm a track coach. I'm gonna tell you a big difference. It can be a
Tell
bunch
me.
of four. It could be a bunch of 4.3s, but they're not gonna win the state championship because they don't have that forever lasting speed.
The
You know what I'm
100-meter
saying?
time.
Exactly.
The
So you can
burst.
shoot out. You can shoot out. Probably if they had indoors, they probably can win the 60. But the
Yeah.
100, that's a whole different ball game because that last you could probably win the 60, but that last 40, that thing come crucial because a lot of folks be coming in fast and accelerating through the line, and some that got that quick burst speed dies at the 60, and they
Yeah,
can't
that
hold it
like
no longer.
Richardson. Like the girl from LSU, man. Like when she won that last race I watched, dude, she didn't pull away until like the last 20 yards. And it was like she just slowly crept. It's almost
Yep.
like a horse and like a thoroughbred just got that last burst.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Because
She's
Crazy.
a horse, man.
yeah,
She's crazy.
Yes.
yeah,
And
She
she's
can play
hot.
definitely,
tailback for me anytime.
definitely.
Liddell, were you on the state championship track team as well?
Uh huh. Yep.
Yeah, man.
We had. Let me see. I think we had 6 people, and Booker T, the team that we beat by 1 point. I think they had maybe 18 or somewhat like that, and we won
Booker
states
T.
with 6.
Washington.
Yeah, from
What's funny
Miami.
about
Yeah.
what's funny about that? We won states in track. So Coach Moore decided to play them in football that same year we won states, and they walked the dog on them boys, man. Oh
I
my
was
god.
there. I, I was
We had
there.
a receiver. We
Hey,
had one of his receivers. We had one of his receivers for Booker T. He was the one that
Wow.
had the two brothers that were twins that came after him, and they were like big time, man.
yeah,
I think of his name here in a minute, but woo, yeah, his speed is different, man. Booker T.
yeah.
I
That
got to
Put
was
you
a
roll,
Ric
down
y'all,
for
Flair
it.
man.
woo
You're the
right
best. Good
there.
to meet you, man. I got to go to school.
Yes,
All right, I
sir.
love y'all, man.
Alrighty. But yeah,
So
down
what was
south
your
speed is
biggest
crazy,
culture
man.
shock? What
Huh?
was the biggest culture shock for you
Yeah,
moving
good
from
question.
America to Germany? Like the food, the language, like transportation. How was it moving there from Florida to Germany?
I wanna say transportation really. It is a big difference because everybody take buses, the train, everything like that. So transportation really big. Then once I got the taste of the food, oh man, yeah, that's completely different from the states.
What
A lot
what's your
healthier.
favorite German dish?
McDonald's cheeseburger.
McToast.
Yeah,
Hey, I know them double. Is it really a Royale with cheese over there? How they really do it, man? What's up with that? Is it good? Is it better?
it's actually a lot better. It's a lot better. Then I'm glad Coach said something about the McToast. So I was on my way to a football game last week, and we stopped by McDonald's to get some breakfast. And I seen a McToast on a menu. I'm like, a McToast? Are you serious? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try to get it. I think it was good. It was good, boy. I think it was fire.
What is a McToast
A ham and cheese sandwich
on like white bread?
on white bread. But
They sell that?
it was yes, and it was really good. It was really good.
I bet it was. Have you tried schnitzel or anything like any like German dishes yet or anything like that? Or no, you're just that ain't your jam.
I think I have, but I just don't know the name of them. But yeah, I done tried a couple of them. Some was pretty good. Some was just like it don't make sense. Cause like this past Wednesday we had a dish. It was chicken with like red sauce. They had cucumbers, taste like dill pickles. They had peanuts on the other side, which didn't really make sense. Then they had white rice. The white rice is pretty good. I like the cucumbers because I like dill pickles. It helped me with my cramps and everything like that. The sauce was okay, but the peanuts just threw everything off. So it was like five different flavors in one dish. I
Were
was
they
just
like boiled peanuts or like what were
yeah,
they?
it was
Just
like
regular peanuts.
regular peanuts, fresh out the pack peanuts.
So here's some
Wow,
planting
man.
for you on the side.
Hmm.
Damn, that's cool. That's cool. So how's it being away from your family? That's got to be tough.
Yeah, man, it's real tough. It's real tough, because my lady, me and her, we go bump heads a little bit or whatnot. Then we like in a different time zone. So some days we talk, some days we just don't have the energy to talk or whatnot. But I always stay in contact with my girls though. They always call me, I call them. We have fun, laugh, kiki, haha.
Of
They
course.
starting to hang up on me a lot. So I'm gonna have to deal with that when I get back. But yeah, but it's all good though. I know it's all jokes and stuff. So but yeah,
Hey,
everything's
hey,
still
man,
pretty
I
cool
love
though.
your football jersey. You got their names on the back,
Oh
right?
yeah, my
Where your
semi
nameplate
pro
is.
team. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, I got it on my
Yeah,
semi pro football jersey. I wish I could have did it here, but they don't put names on your jerseys here. So
gotcha, gotcha. What else is going on? What else you want to talk about, my man?
um I'm glad you brought up the Lakewood and Northeast game. I graduated from Lakewood. I actually coach track at Northeast. I'm a head coach at Northeast. And yeah. And I don't know, man. I want to shoot for Northeast to win it, but that bread and butter, that Lakewood, that's my whole team. So
It's your blood, baby.
yeah, I'm still neutral. I can't pick sides. I just gotta, thug it out. Gotta thug it out.
So you didn't
Amen.
play college ball at all?
I just did. I practice a lot. I say that, but I ain't play college ball.
Did you get recruited at all, or it just wasn't in the cards for you coming out of high school?
My senior year, I was getting recruited by Buffalo, New York. But I didn't score high enough for my ACT. I scored high
Hmm.
enough for my SAT, but I didn't score high enough on my ACT. So they told me to go a different route or not. Then a coach from Garden City had got in contact with me, and I decided to go ahead and take that route, which was a pretty good route. In high school, I probably was about a 2.3, 2.4 kid. Went to
You're having
Garden.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I went to Garden City, and I ended up leaving there with a 3 point, I think a 3.5. And I had a
Nice.
3.5, so everything was pretty good. Now I went home. Once I went home, everything went downhill because I'm home. I'm getting a little lazy and everything like that. got to do certain things around the house, so I wasn't really focused on school like that for real. So
You're back in the mix. I get it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me about AD Palmore.
He probably one of the funniest dudes on a football team. No, no, no lie. That boy is funny, hilarious. But
Yeah.
other than that, he was a cool dude. Coming into high school, he probably was a little hot head a little bit or whatnot. But he definitely turned it around and was one of the top tight ends in the county. So he definitely was a baller
Have you
for
been
sure.
watching or paying attention to him? What he's doing now?
Yeah, for sure. We support each other for sure. For sure. I seen a one fight. If I ain't tripping, he must have kicked dude in the head and put him to sleep. I'm like,
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
In like
That
in
was
like 30 seconds. It was crazy.
Crazy. And I'm surprised he can get his legs that high.
yeah.
That was a surprising.
Seriously, he's tall, man. I
Yeah,
got to meet him a couple of months ago. He's a tall guy, dude. It's like
yeah, for
Kyle's
sure.
height.
Yeah.
Lidell, let me tell you this: when I was coaching him 10 years ago, when we were all there together,
Hmm.
but when I was coaching him, man, I think I had him about it by a shade. Man, when he showed up to St. Pete maybe 4 months ago, dude, he was probably 6'5", 6'6", on the cusp
Yeah,
of 6'6", and every
That's
bit of
ridiculous.
275 pounds. I mean,
he was a big
just
guy, dude.
huge.
Sheesh.
Yeah, big man. He has definitely been a guy that since high school he got a little bit bigger. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And
Hmm.
it's exciting to see what he's doing. And that was the thing about myself. I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia, and at 27 years old, I just made a choice that you know what, I was gonna moved to Florida. I had nothing holding me back, and I told a friend I was going to go and live the dream. And I moved away from everything I ever knew, but I had confidence in myself that I would land on my feet with whatever I did.
Hmm.
And to see him, move out of St. Pete and start to have the success he's doing, see you get out of St. Pete and have the success you're doing,
Hmm.
it's just it's everybody's different, and sometimes that's what you have to do to be able to focus on yourself. And it may seem selfish sometimes, but now that I see what everybody is doing and I see guys having success, it's
Hmm.
not really competition amongst us. It's more collaborations and everything. And that's
Exactly.
why I'm just
Exactly.
so blessed to have you on, this podcast, man. It means everything to me. And I'm so thankful for you. And
Yes,
you
sir.
always got me in your corner. And hopefully this gets us back nice and tight again. And when you
Oh yeah,
do
for
come
sure.
back, man, I want to see you and the family. I want you to bring the girls over here. I
Yeah,
got
I'm looking. I'm
grandkids.
looking. I see the pool and I see the water
Yeah,
back there now. Hey,
yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
bro.
fishing, man.
That's the oh man, that's a great little fishing spot over there. I'll tell you that. I spent many hours on that seawall, buddy.
Oh man, I love fishing, boy. Oh yeah,
Snook,
we definitely gonna
redfish,
link up.
trout, tarpon, flounder, everything right there, bud.
Hmm.
You can see the skyway at the end of his dock. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you see when your football career, when you finally decide your football career is over, do you see yourself? Because I could see you, coaching for the rest of your life, whether it's a football coach, a life coach. The things that you've been
Hmm.
able to fight through, go through, and to keep dream chasing. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Is that something that you have thought about?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been coaching track since I was probably what eighth, ninth grade. Me and the twins created St. P Nitro. And a
Wow.
couple of other friends, and St. P Nitro is still going on to this day. But yeah, I definitely see myself coaching, especially with track. I love track. I think I love track more than football, to be honest with you. And it's a lot easier to interact with kids in track than football for me. So, but I definitely see myself coaching till the day I take my last breath, to be honest with you. So yeah,
That's cool.
for sure.
That's cool.
Amen. Any last words, Hefe, or any last words, Liddell? Anybody you want to give a shout out to, man? Now's a great time for it.
Shout out to my mom and dad, holding me down. Shout out to my girlfriend, Mercedes. Shout out to my daughters, Ava and Ella. Shout out to all the folks back home supporting me, showing me love. Shout y'all out. Shout out to the whole St. Pete itself. You know, we coming together, we making some big moves around the world, and we just gotta, hold on, keep supporting each other, and yeah, keep going. Or that's one of my favorite songs by Rod Wave too. Keep going. I play that song every single day, every day,
Yeah,
every
you
day.
tell everybody about that, man. Having him, in school same time you guys were, man. Talk about that influence.
If I'm not tripping, we graduated when Rod, when he actually came in. So he was in the 8th grade when we was in the 12th grade. So
Wow.
I didn't experience him in the school or whatnot, but one of his viral songs, I probably still listen to it to this day. When he was banging on a locker and everything like that. Kid
Wow.
came a long way, man. Proud of him. Proud of him, man. Came a long way.
Amen, man. You guys, y'all putting on for the city, man.
For
Nothing
sure.
but love there. Hefe, any last words, my brother?
Just let's get it. Let's get it. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything Hefe wouldn't do. And let's go. Week 0, boys. We made it. Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
amen. I'll give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Sideline Design, make us looking fly every single day. A huge shout out, Cultivate Wellness. Check out the website. Plenty of good products there. And a big shout out to St. Pete Rejuvenate. Check out the website. Plenty of good stuff going on there as well. But besides that, guys, thank you very much. To the next episode. We will see you
See
guys
you
on the
guys
flip side.
later. Nice talking to you, brother.
Yes, sir, for sure.
See you later, man.
Alrighty.